Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2021 general readings. We are looking at the first half of February, so from the 1st through the 15th. This reading is for the fire sign of Aries. Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're all continuing to have a lovely and peaceful transition through the beginning of this new year. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today. And if you can, if you want to, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share if you feel like it. Thanks for all that you do in support of this channel, all your feedback and comments and everything. Thank you. So this reading is for Aries for the first 2 weeks of February. That's Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. If your Venus is an Aries, or if you are cross-watching for an Aries, it's all relevant. But of course, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. You know what your stories are. So watch all of your signs if you know them for additional insight. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow for contact details. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I can usually respond to you within the same day, the first 24 hours with more info. And in terms of scheduling personal readings, I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get those set up in as timely a fashion as possible. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, of all different lengths and types and prices. And a lot of people are still ordering the 6 and 12-month overviews, as it is the beginning of the year. You can order them anytime. They just take a look at different areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months from the time of the reading. But they're always pretty popular around the end of one year and the beginning of another, so something to consider. All right, let's move right into this reading, Aries. Let's see what the first 2 weeks of February have in store for you. Okay, we begin with final closure with the World card, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Looks like Spirit is bringing about the end to a significant chapter or set of chapters in your life. We have the Six of Swords, which is a card of moving away from the source of whatever the pain or trauma or struggle or challenge is. It's a card of healing. Can't even be physical moving. With the Nine of Pentacles, independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment, doing for yourself. We have the Six of Swords, my sneaky thief card. And I don't say that with negativity. I mean, sometimes this card can be negative, sometimes it can be positive. Just represents being perhaps rather secretive or playing your cards rather close to your chest in order to gain, acquire, do, accomplish something. With the Eight of Wands, lots of conversation, movement, travel perhaps, keeping your plans to yourself. And from the bottom of the deck, representing your overall energy for the first 2 weeks of February, we have the Empress. She is the traditional Earth Mother of the Tarot. She is all about fertility. Some of you might be pregnant. But all of you, this represents, Aries, that you are, whether you're physically pregnant, this is a card of fertility. It's a card of being pregnant with abundance, pregnant with, I mean, what does fertility really mean? It represents, springtime. It represents that, the temperature is right, the season is right, the soil is right to do what? To plant seeds that you're going to then begin to take care of and nurture and grow until eventually they grow to their full potential and become something that can give back to you. So this is also a card that represents that the ground is right to start planting seeds for what appears to be a new life, pregnant with all the possibilities and potential of full abundance down the road. Because when you first plant seeds, of course, you don't see anything happen. You put them under the soil, you cover them up with soil, you water them, you fertilize them, you feed them. And for a while, it doesn't look like anything's happening, right? But under the surface, those seeds are furiously germinating until you start to see, the first little bit of green poke its head up above the soil. And from there on out, it just starts to grow in a way that's visible. So The Empress is all about the time being right to plant those seeds and being pregnant with the potential of what could later on become something that really gives back to you and nourishes and nurtures you. So there's some kind of significant completion in your life, whether it's one chapter or a set of chapters. It's kind of like a major life transition here, and it's brought about by spirit. I mean, the world is the very last major arcana card in the tarot. The first one, of course, is the Fool. He has the 0 on his card. All the cards after the Fool are about his journey through certain portions of life, you know, kind of like there's childhood, and then there's, you know, young adult, and then middle-aged, and so on and so forth. You know, very few people actually live their whole life in one particular stage or place. We go through different stages and transitions of growth and learning and growing and evolution. And the World card represents final achievement, successful completion and achievement, and moving on to, you're looking at a brand new horizon, a brand new vista. You know, a brand new journey is about to begin, because the next card after the World would once again be the Fool, something brand new, so closure. And the fact that the Wheel of Fortune accompanies it is divine timing and orchestration, energies outside of our control. But, you know, even if, and there is some indication here that whatever has closed, either what you've been through has been very difficult, or the closure and completion itself has been perhaps quite difficult, but it's definitely something that, you know, you're where you're supposed to be right now. So you're wrapping up something, and you're literally pregnant with the potential of future abundance. We have the 6 of Swords here, which is a card of healing, moving away from, you know, whatever the trouble or trauma or pain or challenge is. It's a transitional card, so it means that you're in process. The worst is behind you, behind the water, which would have been choppy and wavy and turbulent and muddy and probably full of all kinds of debris. And the water you're currently moving through now is more calm, peaceful, placid, serene, enough that you can stand up in your boat. You're not going to lose your balance. You're taking all your thoughts and ideas and perspectives with you, you know, and the 6 of Swords can be bittersweet as healing can be. Healing implies that something has happened and you're recovering, which means, especially in the early stages, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but you're moving there. You're definitely moving towards that. And you might actually be moving, because there's a lot of cards about movement here. So what accompanies the 6 of Swords is the 9 of Pentacles. This is doing for yourself and feeling really good about it. This represents somebody who has worked really hard to get to a place where she is now enjoying the fruits of her labors. It could be financially and materially too, because Pentacles is governed by the element of earth, which is all about the physical structure of our life, or what the things in our life that make us feel stable and secure and safe, the efforts we put into gaining and maintaining those things. She's worked really hard to get to that place. So and nobody can take that away from her. She's able to provide for herself just fine, and she's really happy about it. Feeling good, feeling confident, feeling like you can take care of yourself, whether you're with someone, whether you're not with someone, whether you want to be or whether you don't want to be. This is a card of feeling really good in who you are, in your own self, in your own skin, and knowing that you don't have to be dependent or in need of someone else. In a negative way. I mean, we all need other people, right? But this is a card of, I mean, they're starting over. It's like you're starting a whole new life here. And even though there's aspects of that are challenging and painful, overall, you're moving into a place where you're going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, whether you're with someone or with a bunch of someone's, or whether you're on your own or with family or whatever. You know, you're starting over again, and you are just full of potential and possibility. It doesn't look like you're talking to anybody about it or talking to too many people about it, because we do have the 7 of Swords, which is a very self-serving card. Again, it can be positive or negative. You know, it can represent being at a job and you're not happy with the job, and so you're actively looking for another job. You're making plans to leave, but of course you're not telling your current job or your current boss that, because it would make things kind of complicated and sticky. So you're keeping it to yourself in order to achieve your objective. That's an example of what this card can be. It's self-serving. You want to get a thing, do a thing, accomplish a thing, have a thing, acquire a thing. And in the reaching towards the thing, all the things that you're doing towards it, conversations, planning, you know, actions. You're either not talking to anybody or you're maybe only talking to one or two people about it. You're playing your cards quite close to your chest because either it'll cause stickiness where you're at or you just don't want to like talk to a bunch of people and hear their opinions and things like that. Because I don't feel it's in any way negative. You have your own reasons for that. And it's with the Eight of Wands, which is a card of powerful forward fire energy. Fire is the element which governs the suit of wands. So it's very action-oriented and assertive. Again, there's a sense of being kind of in between. Something has ended and you're headed towards something else, but right now it feels like you're in that in-between place, maybe planning and taking steps and all of that. The Eight of Wands is a card of conversations, move, travel, fast movement, conversations about that. The energy is flowing quite powerfully. But again, you're kind of playing your cards pretty close to your chest. So let's clarify a few things here. Well, let's clarify the world, which is sitting right next to the Six of Swords. I feel like you're headed into a really beautiful, bright new future, Aries, but you're in that kind of transitional phase where you may not be able to see it or see too much of it, or maybe you get glimpses of it. Let's clarify the world, which will also likely clarify the Six of Swords. Endings, moving away, healing. The Queen of Wands, there you are, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, which is a great accompaniment to the Nine of Pentacles. You know, it's aggressive, assertive. You know who you are, you know where you're going, or you sort of know where you're going, but you're putting one foot in front of the other. I mean, the Queen of Wands is the Queen of Fire. She has learned through the Page energy and the Knight energy to harness the energy of her element, which is fire, which is all about getting things done and moving forward. Right behind her is another world card. So we have two world cards: final completion, achievement, moving on to the next journey, the next phase of your life. It's successful completion and achievement. And successful doesn't necessarily mean that it feels good. Sometimes ending a chapter or set of chapters in your life can be difficult, painful, traumatic even, but you're not going back. It's pretty clear. Even though here with the Three of Swords, there's heartbreak, there's emotional pain involved, but you're moving forward quite determinedly and quite definitively. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. What is it you're keeping to yourself? Well, it's obvious you're keeping your plans to yourself here. Maybe you're planning on traveling and you're not talking about it. Maybe you're planning on moving. Maybe you're planning on starting a new job, a new relationship. Maybe a combination of some or all of those things. The Two of Wands, being at a crossroads, making a decision to the Ace of Pentacles, moving, relocating, a new job, or moving and relocating for a new job, or some combination of all of those things. Yeah, something has come to a pretty clear and definitive ending, where you're living, your job, both. You're moving forward, maybe some of you quite literally. Maybe you're moving and relocating. Maybe you're getting a new job. Again, maybe it's a combination of both of those things, which I'm kind of feeling. New projects, new jobs, new starts, new beginnings, practical, exciting, scary. There's some pain kind of simmering under the surface. There's still recovery going on. You're still in the healing process, but you're moving forward. And you're doing it with your head up, and you're doing it with intention. Even if you're not sure of the exact destination, or even if you're not sure about the process of getting from point A to point B, or even if you're not sure what point B is going to actually turn out to be, you're still doing it with intention, with your head up. And Spirit has a way of really meeting and matching that energy quite beautifully. So let's pull one final advice and guidance card from Spirit. Any final messages? Anything Spirit wants to tell Aries? first 2 weeks of February. Fall out. The Eight of Wands. So you have two Eight of Wands. Two World cards, two Eight of Wands. What's ended has really ended. There isn't, there's no resuscitation. You're done. And you really are moving forward. Really are moving forward. Spirit's advice to you is to do it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep doing it. Keep moving forward. Be that Queen of Wands. Be that Nine of Pentacles. All right, Aries, that is your reading for the first 2 weeks of February. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it helpful and useful. It's a great reading. I mean, again, healing, there's some emotional pain here, but you're moving through it. You're working through it. And I mean, with the World card twice, it doesn't feel like you have any other choice. So I hope it's been useful to you. Again, if you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something, click on the description link below. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You'll see that in the link as well. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the February mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.